Hello, I'm Sam Waller, and today I'll be doing the production evaluation of Bad Girls, the musical, basically going through the rehearsal as well as the period of tech, as well as the production and performance roles I did. What went well during the rehearsals? I think obviously the breaking down and analysis of the script and basically breaking it down from music scene, and then piecing it all together. And obviously staging and other props came in later down in the rehearsal period. What I think could have been better, I think during the musical in itself was very good for a good production of a college musical. Obviously, there were technical problems due to, well, miscommunication with different apartments in the college, and obviously we were meant to be doing four. We ended up doing two because of certain reasons. Um, what my production role during rehearsals was pretty much front of house and technical. I was in charge of moving the set. And I obviously have to have a massive thank you for Bilal, Wesley, Arnold, Chris, Fumi, and Debbie for helping me out with that, as well as the prop team, as well as our stage manager, Amy. I owe them a real great thanks. But, okay. What problems and issues did we face during the actual production? Obviously, obviously, when people didn't turn up, that really did people off, and it pissed people off, and it took the morale down. Unfortunately, I was one of them because I had a month when I was away from college due to health reasons. But I more than made up for it during the tech week, was the most proactive week I ever did, and I pulled my weight as long as my other technical team as well. Um, Basically, during the rehearsals, we sat down as a group and read each individual part of the script, obviously to basically get the feel of the characters and the themes of the play as well as the narrative. Then we did the production role application, cover letter. I went for front of house and stage manager, front of house and technical team. I got both. For auditions for the actual performance roles, I went in for number one. Unfortunately, I didn't get it, but I wasn't too bothered with that because I knew there was only three male characters out of 10 loads of female characters, so obviously I wasn't that fussed without not getting a performance role. But at the same time, though, I still valued the actual full thing. For other people were upset and obviously were demotivated because they didn't get the role that they want. But unfortunately, that's life. You know, just because you don't get a role doesn't mean you're not just as important in the production. It's a group thing. It's not a it's basically teaching you the skills that you need to basically improve yourself. And I will take these valuable lessons. Obviously, during rehearsals, with each scene blocked, and we also did the music as well as the blocking for each individual scene, and obviously we planned it out and we worked it out. Obviously, there were problems with people not turning up, demotivation, as well as the actual noise of the group, but that what made it actually quite fun was the actual different uniquities of each person that was bringing into the role. For instance, Holly and Naima were as brilliant as Sinead and Denny because they have such a brilliant chemistry, and you can actually see these guys as basically the top dogs in prison. And that's what I love. It's the group dynamic was so brilliant. Obviously, what were the difficulties actually in the production role as a tech person? Well, obviously getting the cues as well as moving the set on perfectly. One of the major issues I found was moving the desks with wheels, because people during rehearsal process before the tech week were sitting on them or leaning on them, putting their weight on them, and they basically weakened. And that was one of the main problems, was moving the desks out for the right time, because if the wheels go and it crumbles and you're on stage, that's really embarrassing. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. It did not happen. And that's one of the things I was actually quite grateful for. And I think it went quite well, because I actually had my other teammates tell me when to need to go on, but I also told them when they needed to help me to get on as well. It was a really good team effort, and I was grateful for the help of these people. I was really grateful for Arnold, Wesley, Chris, Debbie, Fumi, as well as Bilal, helping me move set, as well as Amy, making sure everything was okay and it wasn't chaos backstage. What would I potentially do differently? I think I would definitely improve upon my attendance during the rehearsal period. But that was technically out of my hands because I was ill and I needed time to recover. But I think I could have been a little bit more, be there more and do more. And obviously, basically put myself out there more. I kind of played it safe this year. But at the same time, though, I would not have enjoyed my production role as more than I actually did, because I enjoyed my production and performance roles equally. For instance, with the rehearsals, yeah, there were times where I wanted to smack my head against a wall, and sometimes I was just roiling over in laughter about the banter that was going on, and how people had such amazing ideas and such passion, and people who thought that they couldn't sing could actually sing. Like, I was one of those. When I was doing the Riot and The Future is Bright Again, I was actually surprised that I can actually sing and give it my all. Because singing and dancing is not my specialty, acting is my specialty. But at the end of the day, my anxiety about singing or dancing was gone. But obviously, with every rehearsal comes this difficulties, and the thing is, though, any problem that we did have, we solved that problem by doing something else, because we can't just be idle and sit on our backsides and do nothing. What we did to counteract rehearsals, but problems in rehearsals, is we did other scenes and we went back to those scenes when we had those people available. Yes, it was frustrating for people who wanted to do certain things in rehearsals, but at the same time, that's with any production. The show must go on, and the show must go on to a certain standard. Obviously, energy levels during performance went from really high to really low, or really high to really low. That's quite common in performances. But at the same time, though, you have to persevere and overcome all obstacles, because if you freeze, you're screwed. And I didn't want that for my for my classmates as well as my team. And the actual love and work that the tech guys actually did was really incredible. Even if they don't think it was doing much, you're still a vital role, part of the performance. You're still doing a role, even if you think it's really nothing that much. Pretty much everyone is like dominoes. If one domino falls, we all fall. But I actually greatly enjoyed doing the process, and I would gladly do it again. And if I had to change things, I think I could do better, and I will do better. Basically, if I had more time to practice moving scenery on and off stage for right scenes and cues, I would do it. But at the same time, though, I had limitations, and I basically put 100% effort in all that I did, and I would never take anything back. And yeah, that's my evaluation part 2 for rehearsals and production.